Did you know only 23% of institutions have a coordinated AI strategy? Most universities are stuck in the AI scramble, throwing money at random tools and isolated pilots. But here's the truth. Treating AI as just another tool guarantees fragmented investments. This leads to massive duplication and governance nightmares that leave your campus culture behind. So, how do you move from scattered experiments to a truly AI-ready institution? We're breaking down the definitive framework for success, the 6 Pillars of AI Readiness. We'll explore data foundations, responsible governance, and the cultural shifts needed for scale. We're mapping out the AI maturity journey, from simple experimentation to total transformation. You'll align your tech, your people, and your mission. It's time to stop scrambling. It's time to start building. Let's dive into the details for the topic.
When it comes to AI in higher education, there's this huge gap, right, between its massive potential and the reality on the ground. So the big question is, how do universities bridge that chasm? How do you go from these scattered, kind of random experiments to a powerful campus-wide strategy that actually transforms teaching, research, and how the whole place runs? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down right now. This quote right here, it just nails the core problem perfectly. It's that feeling of AI chaos that so many on campus are experiencing. You've got well-meaning teams launching exciting pilots, for sure, but without a unified plan, you just get fragmented investments, people redoing the same work, and a strategy that's, well, not really a strategy at all. And the data really paints a stark picture of this chaos. Research from EDUcause shows that only 23% of universities are actually measuring the return on their AI investments. But here's the real kicker. The institutions that do track their ROI, they scale their successful AI initiatives twice as fast. That's the difference between just dabbling in AI and actually dominating with it. Yeah, this phase of disconnected pilots and projects stuck in their own silos, a lot of people are calling it the university AI scramble. But it's more than just being disorganized. Staying in this scramble, it poses a direct threat to an institution's future. And let's be really clear about this. This isn't just some tech problem, it's a mission problem. When your approach to AI is scattered and ad hoc, you risk falling behind in the things that are at the very heart of your institution, serving your students, pushing research forward, and just running the place efficiently. So what does this look like in the real world? Well, it means you have students in the same class with completely unequal access to AI tools. You've got researchers tangled up in red tape instead of making discoveries. And of course, when the university doesn't provide clear, approved tools, you get the inevitable shadow IT, staff and students using who knows what AI apps on their own, creating huge security and data privacy risks. Okay, so how do you escape the scramble? How do you build a real, coherent strategy? The key is to stop thinking about AI as just a collection of isolated tools and start building it as a true institutional capability. And to do that, you need a clear framework for success. This brings us to the idea of AI readiness. And look, this isn't just another IT project. It's a whole campus approach that weaves together strategy, tech, governance, people, and culture, and aims all of it squarely at your core mission. This entire framework for AI readiness, it rests on 6 key pillars, and it is absolutely critical to see these not as a checklist you just tick off, but as an interconnected system. When you make progress on one, you actually strengthen all the others. And here they are. These 6 pillars, they cover the whole shebang. Everything from your core data infrastructure and policies, all the way to the skills of your people and the kind of culture you're trying to build. Let's just quickly break down what each of these really means. This gives us a great snapshot of how it all flows together. See, it's logical. You start with a strong data foundation. Then you build trust with solid governance. Then you empower your people with the right skills and create a culture that's actually ready for change. It's only then that you can effectively scale up those high-impact use cases and, measure your progress so you can keep getting better. Okay, so you've got the 6 pillars. That's great. But how do you put them into practice? That's where the AI maturity journey comes in. Think of it like a roadmap to figure out where you are right now and then chart a clear path forward. And that really is the key question, isn't it? It's one thing to understand the theory, but you have to be brutally honest about where your university actually stands today. And this AI maturity model, it's the tool that helps you do exactly that. This timeline lays it all out, the 5 stages of maturity. So you start at experimental. Think lone wolf projects, a professor here, a staff member there. Then you move to opportunistic, where departments might go rogue on a grant. Coordinated is that critical turning point where real strategy starts to emerge. Integrated is where AI becomes part of the daily fabric of the university. And the ultimate goal, transformational, is where AI is a core competitive advantage for you.
So let's make this really concrete. In the experimental stage, you might have one professor using a chatbot in their office to prep a course. But in the integrated stage, thousands of students are using a university-supported personalized learning platform. See the difference? That's the leap from an isolated action to real institutional impact.
And in the classroom, this transformation is already happening. At the Wharton School, a virtual TA is giving students personalized support 24/7. In other places, AI is helping faculty design way more effective courses and creating these incredible virtual labs for hands-on learning you couldn't do otherwise.
The impact in the research lab is just as massive. AI is supercharging discovery. It's analyzing huge data sets in a flash, helping researchers cut through decades of academic literature, and ultimately, it's just accelerating the pace of breakthroughs. It's a game changer. And this impact, it goes way beyond just academics. AI is revolutionizing how universities actually operate. It's helping identify at-risk students so they can get proactive support, it's sharpening financial forecasts, and it's streamlining really complex processes, like at Cal Poly, where they're using AI to make procurement faster and more accurate.
Okay, so we've seen the problem, we've laid out the framework. The question is, what's your next move? How do you take all these insights and turn them into real action on your campus?
Here's a simple 3-step path to get you started. First, assess. Get an honest benchmark of where you are with AI right now. Second, learn. Don't reinvent the wheel. See what's working at peer institutions. And third, build. Start investing in the AI skills of your faculty, your staff, and your students.
Let's end on this powerful idea. This quote really says it all. The universities that lead in AI will be those that learn fastest and adapt most effectively. It's not about who has the biggest budget or the fanciest tech. It's about being the most agile. Ultimately, all of this is about serving your community. Your students, your faculty, your researchers, they are all counting on you, on leadership, to navigate this new era. So the only question left is, where will you begin?